Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a soaking wet Monday, the 11th of January. It's about 44 degrees out here, so we don't have the super cold, but we got the super wet. It's just that soaker rain coming down. But it's Monday, and we're off to work. Definitely something you wouldn't want to get caught out here on a motorcycle. That is nasty. Well, there, little woman. Returning my 5-year-old brand new tire.
We'll get another one coming.
It's crazy. I'll have you look, see what we can find on tubes and stuff too.
Yeah.
That whatever that thing is, Sonoma or whatever too. Sedona, yeah. I don't know. That thing freaks me out. That thing's really thin.
I know, you're so strange.
All right.
All right.
Start off for Monday.
All right. Bye.
Love you. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
So Kelly reordered that Metzeler Enduro 3 Sahara tire. She couldn't get a hold of our rep, or I don't know what the deal is. So they ordered another rear tire. Looks like it's coming from a different warehouse this time. Hopefully it'll be newer. She also ordered a set of E07 Mitas tires. Tons of, I know the F700 and 800, for sure those two, probably the F750 and 850 GSs. I know a ton of people, and that's about the same size tires, were using those and absolutely loved them. So I will have a set of those, and they're the Mitas are actually a little cheaper. Mitas. Everybody around here calls them Mitas. It's actually Mitas. But anyway, I think there's a factory where they're building them. Oh no, those are like agricultural tires here in the States, in Iowa. But I think the motorcycle tires are coming from the Czech Republic. So yeah, people love them. It's the E07s are a 50-50 tire. And I've ridden on a couple when they were brand new. And I think it was a rep or somebody that's up in the parts was going, yeah, during the scrub in, you need to be a little careful with them. But once they scrub in, they work really, really well. And these wear really fast, which is not a bad thing. If a tire wears really fast, that means it's really, really good and sticky. I know people just get that confusion that, you know, if they don't last long, they're a junk tire. No, they work really good. When you try something like that, it like blows you away, actually, how well they work. Air and heat in here works really well, by the way. So anyway, I'm gonna have Mitas and Metzelers. I got the front Metzeler at home, so I'll look at those, and if I can't get a newer Enduro 3, those are more expensive, like a third more expensive than the Mitas. And but I know I've had them, I've used them, super, super, super impressed. And if something works really, really well for you, regardless of what people say, even regardless of what I say, stick with them. So I know those work, and I get a lot of positive feedback from those Mitas, especially the E07s, people that, you know, spend a lot of time 50-50. You know, as you guys see, I spend way more time on the road with the DR than not. And so I don't know, I'll have a set of those so that I can make a choice and actually save myself some money. But do I want to risk? If I can't get another rear tire that's not 100 years old, I'll probably just go with the Mitas. I'm not gonna start out with a 5 or 6 year old tire. That's ridiculous, especially when rule of thumb, you should replace them every 5 years. We had quite a, how do I put this, or it won't get me in trouble, quite a financial loss due to older tires. It is store policy. 5 or older, they get replaced. If it's a bike in our inventory or used bike or whatever, bad news. So yeah, Do I care? No. I rode a 02 Road King Classic. What was that? 3,700 miles on 12-year-old tires. But they were not weather checked. You know, the bike was stored in a climate controlled area. So it doesn't bother me. Look at the DR. The DR is 8 years old. I'm not worried about the tires. I'm worried about them being wore out. And so you can take that with a grain of salt. But when I pay a lot of money for a set of Metzelers, I want them to be new. Oh, Stephen and Michael, thank you very, very much. You guys know what I'm talking about. That helps. Thank you, thank you. I think Kelly's trying to find some pants to match her coat. And thanks for the suggestion, Doug. In fact, I'm gonna go run up there and see if she has those in stock up there. She needs some pants to meet that coat. She said she just didn't even realize there was such a thing as a motorcycle jacket that was that warm. She was super, super impressed yesterday. She left that thing on for a while to get the core all heated up, and it kind of goes out to the extremities eventually. So you take that thing off. She goes, I love it so much. It's so warm, even going down the road. And the cool thing, the way the vents work on that thing and the way it circulates around the whole jacket, oh man, that's something you can wear in warmer weather for sure. So anyway, I'm gonna go up there and talk to her about that and come back and finish what I was doing. Look at Mount Hood looming. She's just poking up out of the clouds. That looks eerie as heck. You can't quite see the top of her. That is really cool though. So while I was upstairs, got a few things. That Maxima contact cleaner, love that stuff. I'm getting low at home. Motor X chain cleaner. That seems to be one I use the sprays. That's the one I use. Some Ride-On. My old Bike Master or whatever it was, chain brush. She broke a long time ago, so I'm gonna try one of these muck off ones. And then I got some she little mechanics gloves. I've got plenty of chain lube and stuff at home. The Ride-On, I think I have a couple of bottles at the house. I'm almost sure I do, so I'm just buying 2 more. I always put it in everything. It's a sealer and it's also a balancer. So I just like having that in there, the little small things that you come across. And tube type tires, better to have something in there than nothing in there. And besides being a really good sealant and balancer, it kind of holds its place. It's not like some of those other liquid balancers where it all slides down to the bottom of the wheel, inside the wheel right away, and then you got that crazy hop going down the road. It clings. It will, over time, if it sets long enough, you'll get a little hop going down the road for a moment or two, but it corrects pretty quick. And should you have a tire failure of sorts, if the stuff gets in, makes a mess out of the tire, it instantly washes off with water. I've always wondered, how does that work when you're riding in the rain? Don't know, it just does. I guess the inside of the tire is dry, the outside don't matter. Sorry, I keep looking up and see people moving around out there. Anyway, a couple of inexpensive little things here. These gloves are only like $5 or $6 a piece, but very useful. Holy moly, mama.
Yes.
What a wet day.
Yes, it's yucky.
That's crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Still just a pounding out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're going to float away.
Yep, we're going to float away. I guess we should probably get the waves going on the way home tonight.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Let's head that way.
Sounds good, Hubba.
All right. We're definitely, and I do mean definitely, going to have to do ourselves some reorganizing in here. We got that charger going to the Himalayan, that charger going to this. I don't know if I mentioned that in yesterday's video. I wasn't thinking, but those Optimate ones, which are fine, they're 600 milliamp instead of 800 milliamp, and you gotta use the base plugs into the wall. But they're working, they're doing their job. I was thinking about putting my little Flyscreen on in here, but yeah, they kind of packed in. We just literally threw them in here. We were cold, threw them in, and we'll just figure out whatever, whenever. So anyway, let's I don't know if I mentioned, I think I did. Yeah, the headlights got to come off because the brackets, there's one that comes up on the right and left. They mount to the stud for the turn signal mount and the headlight bucket mount. And I see pictures of these things all the time. Look, and I see them all the same way. So the turn signal should be, at the same angle as the headlight. And I see them over and over and over. Most of the ones I see are lined up with the fork pointing in the air. I'd like to know the PDI guy that puts some things together and thinks that's okay. But anyway, this was a pre-built one from another dealer that Northwest Harley. I don't know how it all worked out, but they got their inventory, and this was one of those. So it's 3 model years old, but it's a brand new bike. But there was no shipping and setups, which means it was already done by the previous dealer. But other than that, which I see on all of them, I see people reviewing these things and everything. The turn signal's pointing in the air. And why in the U.S. do we have the round ones and everyone else has the rectangle ones? Answer me that one. But anyway, let's get this thing out. We'll throw a Flyscreen on here. Almost said turn signal. So it's no dealer. It's purely a Royal Enfield thing with the turn signals, because they are keyed into place. And it's keyed in the housing, and it's also keyed in the bracket. The bracket goes on like this, so everything's going to be keyed all the way through. So the turn signal's pointing up is just a goof in the design. Or those turn signals probably fit other bikes, and they just retrofit them to this. So there we are. It's kind of weird. There was a couple of these little pads that are glued onto this thing. I thought they were just for shipping. I go to pull them off. They're like, whoa, them puppies are on there. Well, if you look, it floats over the rubber grommet, so there's a gap right there anyway. But it leaves that gap. See the little... I'm sure those things have packed down over time, but... I tried to squeeze to see if the metal would move out far enough. It just don't. So I'll leave it like that for a while. It just seems weird to have that gap on there. I don't care. But anyway, there's the brackets. Using the headlight and the turn signal. All that's on. It's all nice and solid. I adjusted my mirrors and levers so that the levers are in a position that feels better for me. They were pointing kind of up and out, and you can see now the master cylinder is laying flat as well. There you are. Did the same with the left side, and these switches are pinned. And if you notice that, the starter switch, you couldn't even see it. You just felt for it. So I spun the bars, the tubes and the bar stays, and got the switch clusters level. And got my mirrors. They're on 2 different style mounts, so they'll never be exactly the same. This one sets a little lower. That's common with just about every motorcycle made, even BMWs. Anyway, when you're humming down the road, that's not going to interfere with view or anything like that. maybe it'll deflect some wind and feel nice and comfortable. I don't know. There we are. All right, let me get her tucked away and plugged back in. I sure love that motorcycle. You know, there's certain bikes that just reach out and grab you. All those in there do it, and so did this one. And at that price and that much fun, man, how can you beat it? You couldn't beat that with a stick. Such an incredible little motorcycle, and it's so small. I think it's smaller than my iron. And it's fun, really fun. And that crazy sound of that motor is so good. The exhaust note, for that much money, blows me away. Got 2 motorcycles for the price of one. For the price of a budget motorcycle, I got 2 motorcycles. Can't forget the old Himalayan there. All right, that's it. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, it's 9:30. I was out there for 2 hours messing with that thing. No wonder I get nothing done at work. Take absolutely forever doing everything, it seems like. And there's these little styrofoam pads between the little metal shield that goes across the front. Doesn't say anything about taking them off, and they're just flat glued on there. I'd be cleaning up a glue mess if I pulled them off.
Oh, geez.
So I assume they're supposed to be there. There's nothing that says to take them off, and they're exactly placed equally on each side. So
They must.
yeah. It just seems weird that metal, garnish around the front being pulled away from the shield, but that's the way it's supposed to look. Don't know. Looks good on there to me. Adjusting handlebars and mirrors, and I'm doing all kinds of stuff out there.
Fiddling.
Getting my levers all angled correctly.
Oh, very good.
The mirror so I can see out of them the best. She's good. She's ready to roll. We just need the rain to stop now.
I know.
The rain stop, days get longer, so we can get an after work ride in.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yep, those are coming. But on that, I think we'll go ahead and roll out on you with all the rain pouring down around us out here.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Tuesday or Wednesday.
Heck yeah. All right. It's not supposed to rain like this again tomorrow, is it?
Yes.
We're having a pretty wet winter this year, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a flood watch until Wednesday afternoon.
Dadgummit. We've been getting lucky here. I mean, it's last couple years, been riding all winter long. I'm not complaining. It's not like I haven't been riding. It's just it seems wetter than normal. It's kind of like the normal Northwest, unfortunately. But anyway, speaking of the wind, we're going to roll.
Alrighty.
See you guys in the morning.
Bye.
Thanks now.